baby?
No clue. Absolutely zero clue. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Kell and Amy over here, and we're at Warwick, spelled Warwick. Don't ask me why they do that. Brits like spelling things funny. And we're here to enjoy a beautiful castle.
One of the most historic castles in the UK, actually.
We like history stuff, so that should be good.
In the distance, Warwick Castle's flag of England is waving us a very warm welcome. This epic castle started as a humble wooden fort built by William the Conqueror in 1068. Today, the castle is a prime example of 14th century British military architecture. Once inside the castle, we get to see centuries-old badass English military gear in what is the second biggest armory in all of the UK.
It's huge.
Yeah, and they have a lot of old stuff.
Yeah, there's doors everywhere, but we're only allowed to go into a few doors.
Warwick Castle has a super rich history, passing between royals and nobles and having stood through many wars. Coincidentally, a lot of the castle's former owners were called Earl. Anywho, in the 17th century, the castle's castling days were finally over, and it became a country house for the Greville family. The Grevilles were a bunch of party animals and hosted many extravagant events here, with guests like King Edward VII and Winston Churchill.
We've made it out of the dungeons of Warwick Castle alive. No.
There's stuff like
Bad Amy. This is what we have to deal with over here, people. Just want to have a nice little trip. All these girls want to do is look at jewelry.
How gorgeous is this? You're not even looking.
Bad.
It's nearly Christmas, I think.
Stop it.
Right?
Stop it. Keep walking.
My birthday.
Keep walking. It is a really nice, quiet little town. A lot of old buildings, very historical, very chill vibes. And I think we just arrived at the town square. There's like a little market and stuff.
Strolling around Warwick has given us a real appetite. It's time we hit up the old English pub. Whoa, take it easy there, Amy. Leave some beer for the rest of the UK. To say we're excited about eating this glorious crispy fish and chips with beautiful big salt flakes sprinkled on top? Nah, course not. Observe my unexcited face. First, we go for the glorious chips with the homemade sauce. So good. Then, the fish with the beautiful thin layer of crispy batter. Ugh. If you go to the right pub, you get the right food.
Do you feel more British already?
Rightio, old chap. I'm a Brit. Cheerio.
How are you feeling about these fish and chips, baby?
They're so good. I'm actually really thankful I don't live permanently in the UK, because I'd be eating this every week, and then I'd be a whale.
I think I'm starting to understand why the UK has an obesity problem. How can you control yourself when you have fish and chips like this?
Warwick goes back to the 6th century, but the Warwick we see today is mostly how the town would have looked during the Tudor period in the 17th century. It's a feast of beautiful old streets, alleys, buildings, and churches.
We're just casually strolling back to our car in Warwick before we leave to go to Oxford. And we run into this really nice little church and check out what it says on the wall. This is so cool.
Just like that, we drive through the English countryside to what everybody, except for Cambridge, would consider the smartest place in the UK. Welcome to Oxford. The city of Oxford's beginnings go back to the 10th century as an Anglo-Saxon military settlement. What's amazing about Oxford is that you can find buildings of every style of English architecture, as the city's been on the receiving end of several invasions and occupations throughout history.
We're in Oxford, people. Having a nice little bubba tea. I feel smarter already.
Yeah, my brain's being filled up.
My IQ is going up by 1 per second as I walk through these streets. The streets and just the city in general just are gorgeous. Really beautiful. And Harry Potter was filmed here. That's what Amy's excited about.
The city's educational roots actually started before Oxford University. After falling into Norman hands in 1066, the Normans set up a monastic community for monks. This cemented the city of Oxford in history as one of the oldest places of formal education in Britain.
This is one of the more famous colleges at Oxford, Christ Church.
Well, I gotta say, I am really impressed by this campus. Oxford has gotten my stamp of approval. That's what they always wanted.
The earliest mention of the University of Oxford dates back to the 12th century, making it the world's second oldest university still in operation. Christ Church is just one of the university's 39 colleges and is unique in that it combines college and stunning cathedral into one.
I thought to get into Oxford, you just had to open up this gate. What do they expect you to do? Do a whole admission process? Like make an application and stuff? Have good grades? Write essays?
Read.
That's nonsense.
Do you know how to read?
You need to read to get into Oxford? What kind of elitist little school is this?
Walking around Oxford, you can feel that shit happened here. Invasions, riots, kings coming and going, academics making groundbreaking discoveries, enigmas were cracked, and British and world history altered forever. The city and university's long and storied history give the whole place an almost ethereal and mystical vibe.
So, baby, what's the verdict? Do you think we should go here? Should we go to Oxford? I mean, I don't think I'm sold on it. I think it looks a bit shabby. Really? Have class in a building like this? What do they think I am?
We've arrived at the legendary Radcliffe Square. Surrounded by Oxford University buildings, the square is a true portal back in time, as there's not a single modern building to be seen in any direction. In the center of the square stands the finest example of 18th century Baroque style architecture, the awesome Radcliffe Camera Library.
We are on the main square of Oxford University, Radcliffe Square. It is
Not a square.
It's not a square, Oxford. Oh, you guys were so smart. This is a square, and this is a circle. All right? Come on.
It is. It's like a...
It's an oval. It's an oval. It's not a square. It's meant to be one of the most beautiful squares in Europe. And as a European myself, I have to say, it might...
You're an idiot.
Really, Amy? We're at the very end of the trip. We were this close. You just couldn't control yourself, could you?
It might just be. It's really beautiful.
And at the far end of Radcliffe Square stands the official church of the University of Oxford, often considered one of the most beautiful churches in England.
Hey guys, so I just got really bored touring this town, so I thought I'd just scribble some new theory that I got. Just the answer to the universe and where we come from. Just casual,
You made a mistake.
No, there's no mistake in there. Easy peasy, easy stuff, That's really one of my shorter ones. You should see my parallel universe one. It's double this size.
And with that, we've ended our epic UK road trip in spectacular British fashion. Castles, fish and chips, Oxford University, and a boatload of sarcasm. Oh, and don't forget, beautiful company from the Commonwealth of Australia. It really could not have been a more perfect ending to this perfect trip.